It was 8 days ago when 16 teams began a quest to be the best in U17 action in Türkiye. And today, the final 4 teams compete for the podium on the final day of the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. Our coverage begins with the bronze medal game, featuring the host team, Türkiye and New Zealand. This is Aaron Sanders. Joining me on the call for this final day of U17 action is Justin Taylor. And JT, we're going to start off by talking about New Zealand as they're being introduced. This is one of the most interesting teams heading into the bronze medal game. This is their first ever appearance in a medal game. The farthest they have gone, and what a journey they have been through.
Yeah, they have definitely been through a unique journey. They weren't ranked that high in the power rankings during Volume 1, and they showed them otherwise. They went ahead and got that #1 spot in Group C and have made it all this way. They did fall a little short in their last game, but it was against a very strong United States team, so you cannot fault them for that. They are here competing for bronze.
And Türkiye, no stranger to the podium, even though it's been a while since they have reached the podium. You would have to go back to the 2016 World Cup where they won it, but they've had an improbable, incredible journey, especially breaking through with that upset against Spain in the quarterfinals before losing to Italy in the semis.
Yeah, to take a look, it has been a very strong Group C. We're about to have national anthem, so we're going to take a break real quick and give the respects needed. So returning to our discussion with Türkiye, they have had such an incredible past with how they've competed, and now they're here in these third place tournaments. Right now, actually, we're going to dive in and we're going to take a moment to see the All Blacks perform their haka. A timeless tradition from the All Blacks, the haka. Not as an intimidation factor, but as a show of respect to their opponents, and their opponents showing their respect right back, standing there, paying attention, and accepting the respect that they are showing. And here is the starting five for New Zealand. Aaron, take it away.
James Matthews gets the start along with Troy Plumtree, who has the 7th best rebounding average in this World Cup at 8. Oscar Goodman, Hayden Jones, and Lachlan Crate rounds out the starting 5 for Leighton Haddleton, the head coach of New Zealand. And you know what's interesting, JT? This is the 6th best rebounding team in the U17 World Cup, 42.2 a game. That may cause some trouble for Türkiye as we are a minute away from tip-off.
We are a minute away from tip-off. Taking a quick glance at the starting 5 for Türkiye, as they will have Mete Pajeja, Mert Kocagozolo, Alden Turkolo, Yauz Kara, and Khan Onat. Khan Onat being one of their top players. He's leading in efficiency, points, and assists. Osmerish, the head coach, will be leading the way for this Turkish team.
And again, this is another opportunity for Türkiye to get onto the podium.
Yeah, they have been competitive all World Cup long, and it has not been an easy road. They get put into Group C, which, as we've discovered, is a very competitive group. 3 of the 4 teams made it into the semifinals, which means here in this game and in the final game, these 2 teams both come from Group C. Italy is the other team from Group C that has made it into the finals. They'll be playing United States a little bit later, but right now, here's the focus. Pomp and circumstance completed. We are ready for tip-off.
Türkiye in their white uniforms with red trim and numbers. New Zealand in their black jerseys with the white trim and numbers. 3rd place on the line from the Sinan Erdem Dome. And as always, give us a chat, give us a follow, and subscribe to the FIBA networks all over social media. This is going to be an eventful day for FIBA as a whole. The Olympic qualifying tournaments are coming into an end, and the U17 World Cup, its last day is underway with New Zealand taking possession. They will go from right to left. Turkey will go from left to right. New Zealand, 2nd best in field goal percentage at 45.2 a game. Back down low, fadeaway jumper, no good. Off on the rebound is Kononat. But Jayce getting it down low. The fake, the spin, the make for Kocagozolo.
Kocagozolo has been great on that inside block. With those post moves, you'd be surprised how well he works the ball back and forth. It's that powerful spin move. Sometimes he'll get a hook shot in there as well.
And it's always best, even with the mismatch, JT, it's a good thing to get your defender off their feet, and he was able to spin around and get the easy 2. Türkiye with the early lead. Jump hook is good for Lachlan Crate. Lachlan Crate averaging nearly 10 points here in this tournament, 41% shooter. Wait a minute here in the bronze medal game. Jumper.
Here's how Goodman defending. We need to watch out for him. He just got the rebound. He has been a strong competitor in this bracket play.
Goodman averaging 6 rebounds, the 10th best scorer in the tournament, 15.7 a game. Outside, 3 ball, that is short. So we'll go back to Türkiye with 8:38 to go. And we've seen the crisp ball movement from New Zealand, even though that 3 didn't go for them. Türkiye came into this game 6th in the world. New Zealand 27th in the FIBA World Rankings. And here they are in the 3rd place game. Pass straight away to Kocagozolo, off the mark. He caught fire in the quarterfinal game against Spain, scoring Turkey's first 6 points. Turnover, here comes Turkey on the move, wing three. That bounces off and over the backboard. Saved by Plumtree. Oscar Guzman sends it right away. We played 2 minutes here in the first. Hayden Jones almost lost control, picked it back up again. Trying to drive right in from the right, goes into the left instead. Takes contact, and he's off to the line.
And there we see that Türkiye is in a 1-2-2 zone defense, and that's some of the troubles with it. They do try to use that zone to try to collapse in on that paint, preventing any easy buckets. But if you don't get there right away, you don't read it right away, you end up fouling, sending them to the line.
And Jones knocks down the first free throw. He's been good at the charity stripe in the last week of action, 82.6%. He made his senior team debut in February as he makes both free throws in the Asia Cup qualifiers. Strong playmaking skills for his size. Ejezo running the offense as he sends it into Kara. Top of the key is Onat. 5 to shoot. Onat streaking right into the lane. Fadeaway jumper. That's off the top. Gets his own rebound. In trouble. Dishes it out. Corner three. Rattles out. Rebound down low by Plumtree. On the other end, Goodman. And he blows the layup.
Goodman is struggling right now. Last time New Zealand and Türkiye faced off against each other, it was a 114-94 win for New Zealand. Goodman had 26. He's struggling to start. He'll have to pick it up if it's going to be a similar game to last time.
And that was the group opener back to kick things off. And there's a steal by New Zealand. They are pressing up the floor. A little stutter step dribble as they work their way into the 10, and it goes down. So James Matthews gets on the board. Like I said, it has been a while since these two teams have met. They kicked off group play against each other as Onat trying to work his way around Plumtree, and traveling is called. It is 6-2 in favor of New Zealand right now in this third place game. And we see a few changes being made on the floor right now.
Now, one of the things you kind of look back on with this matchup that they had previously to start off the World Cup, the opener, New Zealand led by as many as 43. They led every inch of that game. 38 minutes, 13 seconds is what the counter had for that game when New Zealand was leading.
Driving layup is good for Lachlan Crate, but since then, Türkiye has turned it up a whole lot, defeating Italy, Argentina, and Germany, and Spain in the quarterfinals before losing to Italy. 3-ball, good for Darren Can Oostin.
And the loss from Italy was such a surprise because it was number 1 versus number 4 in that Group C. Italy was higher ranked in power rankings above all those other teams. And out of nowhere, New Zealand ended up with 2 wins, and then Italy 2 losses, but they beat the number 1 team in their group. Nobody really saw that coming.
And Italy's in the gold medal game later on. Step up J goes down. And just like that, Türkiye has cut the deficit to 1. We're almost halfway into the first quarter. Goodman on the drive. He draws the foul.
So when Türkiye does get scoring, it is fast, it is furious, and they are back like you never saw it coming. And if they are leading and that happens, you have fallen way behind. You have lost your momentum. You feel a little bit lost.
And they also get those extra passes in. 6th best in the tournament in assists with 19.5. Oscar Goodman misses the first free throw. Oscar Goodman, JT, the MVP of last year's U17 Asia Cup. So getting him on the Tall Blacks team for this year's World Cup, no-brainer as he knocks down both free throws.
And he is a towering man of a player, 6'8", that's 203 centimeters in height. And plays for Centre of Excellence in Australia. And I got a little too fancy with the words. It's just Centre of Excellence.
And down the center for the three was Can Houston. So Can Houston with 6 points already, rebound underneath by Onat. Türkiye with the lead. 2 of 4 from downtown. Halfway into the first quarter, they feed it to Türkalo, and he gets the jumper. He runs right in, gets close, and fires it from the elbow to make it 12-9.
Yeah, Türkalo is very good with his height as well. You're always using that floater on the baseline or from the wing. You never see it coming, but you have to expect it if you want to stop him.
And Yavuz Salim Karaj streaking to the 10. Actually, that was Ken Houston. And he is a firecracker for Türkiye as New Zealand picks up their first team foul. Aiden Jones trying to strip the ball on the way to the 10. And that goes as a foul. So more substitutions being made. This is Türkiye's first trip to the free throw line, where Can Houston is 70%. Down goes the first one. This is the third place game between Türkiye, the host team in New Zealand, and the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be, and thank you for joining us on YouTube as well, where you can subscribe to the new premium membership. We'll get to that later on as the free throws are split by Can Houston. Türkiye 13, New Zealand 9, 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Quick cut to the basket, refers to Taratana. Long shot off the mark. And here comes Türkiye on the move. Onat. 3 tall blacks on him, and he was able to get that layup to go to cut into 6, and the basket counts on the other end. So fast-paced offense on both clubs' behalf, and New Zealand's going to go to the line.
It was a 13-3 run before that bucket right there for Türkiye. So they are coming in strong and fast. Like I said, you'll be blinded by their momentum if you do not stop it early.
And that's right. Taking a look at the stats right now, Türkiye shooting nearly 55% from the field. Australia with 40. Kara checks back in, and now we see Rezon Elazai in for Türkiye. And Elazai can score in bunches too. Well indicated in that quarterfinals victory against Spain. 3 ball. Rattles out and in. Oh, the game of patience really picking up here. Rejected by Elazai, but they're going to call a foul. Free throws coming up for New Zealand. And Türkiye can't believe the call.
Yeah, on the surface, it could see that it was just well defended, but we take another glance, and he did kind of get that hand a little bit as the block was happening. He got majority ball, but just enough of that hand that it's a foul.
When you get that forearm on the way down, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be called for that because that is contact. 2 free throws upcoming for New Zealand. Currently shooting 60% at the charity stripe. Troy Plumtree misses the first, and he's been nearly flawless in this tournament, shooting 94% a game. He's the 7th best rebounder in the last week, averaging 8. He averaged 14 points a game. And Plumtree connects on that free throw. That was a technical foul, incidentally, on Coach Osmeric on Türkiye's side. And Plumtree misses that free throw. It is a 6-point Türkiye lead as we approach 3 minutes.
Now, those of you on YouTube, We always encourage you to go ahead and ask us questions in the chat. Also, there's going to be questions from FIBA for all of you in the chat. Where are you watching from? Go ahead and let us know. Also, post a flag emoji of the team you're supporting, and we may shout it out.
We definitely will. This is a game worldwide stage, as New Zealand trying to work off it. Incidentally, Onat picked up his own rebound and got 2 points. Elazai meeting New Zealand underneath the basket, and here comes Türkiye on the move. Ken Ustin with the beautiful feed to Kara. And a quick timeout from New Zealand as they find themselves stuck by double digits. Justin, a fast last few minutes for Türkiye, and New Zealand hasn't been able to slow the tempo down in their favor.
Yeah, it has been fast and furious. They've gone back to back to back. They've been playing strong defense and even stronger offense once they get the ball. And I think we might get a short listen in to New Zealand here. Let's take a moment of pause.
We've got to slow the ball down. Okay? Hey, mental toughness right now. Right, they've had their run. This is going to be a game right now. We're going runs.
Got to have more urgency on the board, fellas. As soon as it gets some rebound, it's not good.
Hey, Casper, right now, Casper right now, come out and screen. Right, hit it off that. Drag that big out from the rim. Drag that big out from the rim.
Here we go, let's go. Target.
Well, JT, as they called it, they have to slow down the tempo because Türkiye has been shooting on fire over here in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. They have to slow down the tempo. They got to take care of the ball. They need to make sure that every possession counts. If there is a rebound going the other way, Türkiye has been taking advantage, and they've been scoring quickly. So good offense leads to good defense.
We'll see if that will work out for New Zealand. Shooting 36% from the field. We have a quick whistle with 2:27 left in the first quarter.
Not sure
Lead
how.
score. Sorry, JT.
Yeah, no problem. No, not sure how early. We saw this screen right here, just on the bottom right of our screen, and couldn't tell if that was an early whistle or a whistle from a fan, but we did hear two different whistles. Waiting to see what exactly the call is, and I think that's going to be an illegal screen going the other way. Türkiye possession.
Türkiye so far 60% from the field. More discussions being made, and New Zealand picks up their second team foul. New Zealand's leading scorer, Lachlan Crate, with 6. Türkiye with the 10-point lead. They're being led by Darren Can Ustin with 10. Carr at the wing, looking for an entry pass. Gets it in to Elazai, whose jump hook rattles everywhere else but down.
Now a chance for New Zealand to try to get a spark going offensively. They got to stop. They got the rebound. What are they going to do here?
And New Zealand trying to tightrope the baseline, but James Matthews stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, and there it is, clear as day. The foot wasn't even on the line. It was just well beyond that line, out of bounds. So you just got to be a little bit more aware. But that's what I love about this U17, is that it's very competitive for these players. Plenty of these players are just really good and have not faced competition like this. This is the chance to really hone their skills.
Big block underneath, and here's Hayden Jones, who kicks it out to James Matthew. Corner three, that rattles off. And think about it, JT, if we're lucky, we may see most of these players in the U19 World Cup next year.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see who's going to be returning and mixing in with some of the players that have already become old enough for the U19, but just a little too old for this U17, just barely missed the mark.
Heartbreak City for Kara, who used all that footwork to miss the layup. Driving right to the left side was Hayden Jones, who takes the contact with under a minute to go as Türkiye is over the limit in fouls. Another look at that Onat take, but that huge rejection on the other end. As Onat has a seat.
A goal has been set by FIBA in the chat. We are looking to get to 300 likes. Make sure you click that thumbs up. Also subscribe. Click the bell to be notified anytime FIBA goes live with any of its thousands of free broadcasts each year. You can also see what content they post, including game highlights and other stories.
A busy day, the final day of the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. Bronze medal game first and then gold medal game between USA and Italy as the free throw goes down for Hayden Jones. And Hayden Jones have pretty much been the big man underneath for New Zealand at this point, JT. He has 4 points to his name. Expect that to go up soon enough as we approach the final minutes here in the first.
Right now, the difference that I am seeing in this game is the rebound matchup. 12 rebounds total by Türkiye, 10 defensive rebounds. So far, only 8, and all of those were defensive rebounds by New Zealand. We'll have to see if that changes. It's going to come down to boxing out.
And the rebounds continue to pile up as Türkiye pushes it up the floor. 16 on the shot clock. Nice fake and cut to the lane. Free throws coming up for Can Oostin. And again, Can Oostin has been the catalyst for Türkiye so far. 10 points along with a board and a dime. 1 of 2 from the line so far.
This is another key point on the flip side for New Zealand, and this is what Türkiye needs to focus on for their game. Majority of the time when it comes to scoring for New Zealand, they are getting to that charity stripe. They are getting the freebies, and that's where they earn a majority, not a majority, but a good chunk of their points. If Türkiye can play smart defense, hands up, not jumping, no swatting, no reaching in, and prevent them from getting to that line, just playing smart defense, it's going to be an easy day for Türkiye.
It's one of those things you have to pick up throughout the game as that second free throw goes down for Can Oostin. He heads to the bench with a final 22 and 7/10 seconds left here in the first quarter. We'll see how New Zealand operates here on what could be their final trip down the floor for the end of the first. Jackson Ball into the game as they swing that around. Here's James Matthews. Mana Martin J, yes.
That was a beautiful play there.
Türkiye on the other end of the floor. Alizai throws it down to end the first quarter.
With emphasis before the buzzer. 2 plays back-to-back, an ankle breaker for a 2 mid-range, but then just launches it down the floor. A quick bucket. Alizai just slamming it away. Defense will not stop him.
New Zealand no match for the rushing Alizai, and that ends the first quarter of play. Türkiye leads 25-16 over New Zealand. We'll take a look at some highlights from the first quarter. We will step aside. More to come from Türkiye in just a moment. Welcome back to the second quarter in the Sanam Erdem Dome in Istanbul, Türkiye. The third place game as Türkiye has a 25-16 lead over New Zealand. Türkiye with the possession, and they were led by Darren Can Oostin in the first quarter, who came up with 11 points. And New Zealand has to find some way to get on the boards and get onto the points as well. And Türkiye will head to the line about 16 seconds into the ball game. And JT, for Türkiye, everything was working for them, especially in the last few seconds as Razan El-Azai threw it down. No match for New Zealand's defense.
Yeah, right now that seems to be the case. They are quick on those fast breaks. Even after a scored bucket, we just saw that. It was on an inbound, launched it down the floor. El-Azai was ready to just put it away, as now the first free throw is up and no good for Türkiye. Joskun is at the line.
Joskun misses it, and here's the thing. Even after the basket, there were 4 tall blacks rushing at the other end of the floor, but El-Azai was just too fast for them. We have a violation right on the free throw. 10-point game now for Türkiye. Mana, Kate, Goodman, Jones, Reed, the 5 for New Zealand. Goodman back into the lineup and scores with ease. Kara looking to operate. El-Azai. Up and over, no.
And
Goodman almost lost control.
He works that block as well as he can. Sometimes he doesn't get it to drop. What a steal there. High pressure being applied by the Turkish defense. Number 24, Yazif Kara, just laying it on thick, and led to a quick steal going the other way. See, you find all that pressure, tip the ball, and a quick layup for Akbas.
And they were right in the corner, too, so that's pretty much a dead zone for any team as they try to escape the backcourt. But Akbas gets his first 2 as the free throw is missed. He had a technical foul on the other end as Joskun misses it. And that technical foul was on Hayden Jones. So New Zealand will have the ball. They are down by 10.
Down 10, but not out of this game. Taking a look at another game for an example. Spain versus Lithuania during group stages. Lithuania was leading by 19 points at one point in the third quarter. Spain came back and won by 5. So you never know what's going to happen in a game. And I've seen similar games play out just all across U19, U17. A loose ball mishandled. This is going to be an easy one for Josh.
Akbas with the jam. And that's back-to-back transition buckets for Akbas. Ithaca Kate taken away, but there is a whistle on the fight for the ball. Adahan Akbas all over on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, Akbas is just really right there in the wheelhouse. Not able to get anything there. Couldn't find Goodman in the corner because there were white jerseys front, back, and to the side. Just could not find any opening. Had the ball up high, stripped away as they were just taller than him. Easy to rip away.
New Zealand again. Goodman triple, no. Rebound by Martin. That doesn't restart the shot clock. Down to 6. There's a foul. And it's an offensive foul as Türkiye gets the possession again. 30-18
actually,
is the
we
score.
have an out of bounds on that play. I think that's actually what happened. If we watch here, goes baseline, and there it is.
And New Zealand has been burned on those out of bounds calls too, either stepping in or just narrowly tiptoeing the line. So that may cost them later on as they are down by 12. Give and go, Joskun 3.
There we see some of the higher-ups from the FIBA Commission. Glad to always have them here for these World Cups, especially on the final days.
Well, You have to imagine there's going to be a lot of more dignitaries coming into the Sanam Erdem Dome between now and the gold medal game. So far, the home crowd treated to the third place game in which their team is leading by 12. Oscar Goodman kicks it out to Kate. That's a corner three. That's off the mark. Mana tried to save it, but cannot. Underneath, Juskoon unable to hit. We played nearly 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Both of these clubs trying to establish the tempo, but so far Türkiye has had the speed and the transition. New Zealand, they have the height, but they haven't been able to put it down the rack. Jason checks out as he picks up the foul. New Zealand looking for a bucket. Goodman swings it around to Kate. That is taken back. A good performance from Türkiye so far. The screen from Kara. And Elazai up top. Onat trying to put the moves on Jones. In the elbow, for to shoot. Juskoon fades away, short. And Kozagozalo almost steals the ball, but he hits the deck. Good hustle from both teams.
It's going to be a jump ball. 33-18 is our score right now. We apologize that we don't have a scoreboard up at the moment. They're working on correcting any issues with it. But you watch the last defensive series there by New Zealand. They were just all over it. Goodman staying well in front of his man who had the ball, had to be thrown off. A three was pushed off to the side, well defended with the hand in the air, and then they just dove after that ball when it was loose.
And it goes back to New Zealand. They're shooting 33% from the field. Goodman from long. Can't hit that one either. Kano Nat secures the board.
Yeah, Goodman's struggles continue. He's 1 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Not good for the player that is the 10th best scorer here in the tournament. Ken Ustun trying to get inside. He does, spins around once, twice, puts it in on the third time, and he is off to the line. Oh, my mistake. They're going to go the other way. That is an offensive foul as we see that left elbow go right inside to the chest of Jackson Ball. You try to create enough separation, JT. Sometimes those calls are a little too obvious. You shove off a little too much, and that may cost you. 3-ball doesn't go for Jones. And it will stay with New Zealand with 6:24 left in the half. A look at Hayden Jones. So far, 4 points. All of them coming from free throws with 1 board.
Right now, the All Blacks, they really want to try to step up in 2 ways. One, they want to get defensive presence. They did that on the other end with that last possession we were looking at. But now, they really have to take care of the ball, and they have to make sure there are positive results on every offense possession. Right now, we're seeing a lot of missed shots, which are leading to defensive rebounds for Türkiye, and that's fast break going the other way. So they have to really try to get good offensive possession. Even if that means you have to more focus on trying to get offensive rebounds.
That's the key thing, especially when it comes to boxing out. Jackson Kiss at the line. He almost put Kara on a poster, but he makes the first free throw anyway. And there are times too, JT, where New Zealand's lineup would have the height. But the problem is when you have players like Kanonat or Elazai on the floor, that may cause some issues as Türkiye gets it off the second miss.
All Blacks going to a zone defense to start in the full court and then switching back into a man-to-man switch, actually.
As they try to spread the floor, one to shoot. Onat makes a wish, misses from the front. Jackson Kiss brings it up the floor. 6 minutes to go here, quarter number 2. Goodman finds Crete. Jones in the corner. Gets it back, and Goodman gets called for a kick ball and Türkiye ball as Kursagoza glow.
I think actually, if we take a close look, yeah, in slow motion you see it. What happened was the ball went to the ground, and he was saying it was off Goodman's foot, and it didn't touch the player from Türkiye. Rolled out of bounds, and that's what it was. So no kickball violation, instead just out of bounds off of the foot of Goodman.
And unfortunately, that has been the story for New Zealand a handful of times here in the first half. Those out-of-bounds calls, which really hurt them because they could get close to the basket and try to go for a good look, but when those opportunities get burned like that, you lose some key points. That could have been 6 easy points for New Zealand, but maybe they could capitalize on this as they get the ball back with 5:28 left in the half.
Shout out to all the viewers who are tuning in on YouTube, as well as those who are tuning in on Twitch. Now on YouTube, we have 119 likes for the broadcast, over 1,400 watching. Appreciate your support. You can also click the join button to find out more about the FIBA YouTube membership program, where they're, you know, Aaron, we've taken a look at this. We've talked about it. There's such interesting features available, including my favorite is the member-only Discord.
Oh, well, how about the exclusive Q&As with the FIBA representatives too? That's awesome too. And on top of that, you also have custom badges and avatars. The list goes on, and this is just the beginning.
Sounds like a quick listening for Türkiye. We're going to take pause to listen.
Ondan sonra devir. Anladın mı paşam? Tamam mı? Erken devir. Tamam mı? Sen de her şeyde herifi tutmaya çalışma. Dur herif sana gelsin inşallah. Ya çok herifler. Yapacak bir şey yok. Söyle.
Mola dönüşü genellikle pres üzeri switch'e gidiyor. Veya sona gidiyor. Dikkatli olun.
Switch olduğu an forvetler, yükselen forvetler indirelim aşağıya. Buraya size verdiğimiz zaman oynayın ama burada. Tamam, birebir oynayın. Eğer yardım nereden geliyorsa oraya çıkartırsınız. Hadi.
Just a second ago, there was a nice QR code to take you to the World Cup website where you can see stats, highlights, and a lot more. If you didn't get a chance to scan it, U17worldcup.basketball. Go ahead and visit that on any browser that you have, including mobile and desktop. It'll take you to the World Cup website where you can see box scores, you can see game stats, you can see shot charts, player information, game results, the bracket, all the works. There's even a nice story in there about the trophy that two teams will be competing for later on today.
Emblematic of the U17 World Cup. Halfway into the second quarter, Türkiye with a 33-21 lead. Overhead pass to Akbus. He scored 4 points to get things going in the second quarter. Nice footwork and a turnover as the shot clock was winding down. And now New Zealand closing down on the defense, and that's what they need to do. They have to secure their dominance right in the mid-range.
It looks like New Zealand is more guarding that baseline with a 4-low defense, but they're still ready to kind of pounce out to those wings. It was more of a one-on-one situation that Türkiye was setting up with their point guard. So everybody was shifted down, and they were looking to find an opening whenever he drove into the basket.
How about that feed right inside to Lachlan Crate? .23 for New Zealand now. Lachlan Crate on the board. Onat able to put it down on the floor again, and that is rejected. Second chance up and in for service.
Peanut Chowdhury, shout out to them as they have joined the membership.
All the exclusive content is now yours as New Zealand heads to the charity stripe. And New Zealand shooting 58% from the free throw line. In total, that's 8 of 22 at the moment. Jackson Kiss at the line. Scored his lone point at his last trip. He has 4 boards. And he misses the first free throw. Jackson Kiss, player that averages nearly 9 points and 5 rebounds a game, 53% from the field. And he misses both as El-Azai secures the board. Third place game from Türkiye. The host team taking on New Zealand. Who will reach the podium? Bullet passes, finishes off with El-Azai with the jam. That's just pretty basketball, JT.
Yeah, it is beautiful, and a quick foul there. Goodman draws it, but it's committed by number 11, Anton Akbas.
So again, just quick taps, and El-Azai again with the easy access. Doesn't get better than that.
Still a nice competitive game. Just on the surface, if you're not looking at the score, it's really competitive back and forth. It's just at one point we did see a big surge in scoring for Türkiye. It was just a blinding rush against New Zealand. They had to slow down, settle down, and now they've evened it up back and forth, but they're still on this deficit.
And here's the thing, you said it's been close on the floor too if we take away the scores. Both of these clubs went on an 8-0 scoring run at one time. So the points keep on piling up as Türkiye remains on top. 7 to shoot. Box down, shot, no good for service.
Great job by Jackson Kiss there, saving the ball from going out of bounds, giving them this possession. Else it would have been staying at the other end with Türkiye.
He has woken up in the last couple of minutes. The putback is no good. Jackson Kiss trying to fight for the ball, and we have a jump ball situation. Take a look at the last play. And again, Jackson Kiss doing a good job trying to outwit Service right inside. And he helped New Zealand get some of their momentum back. But the possession arrow points to Türkiye as we are exactly 3 minutes away from halftime.
If you're in the YouTube chat, make sure to let us know where you're watching from. Post a flag of the team you're supporting, and we'll make sure and give you a shout out. You can also request a shout out for yourself or someone you know.
Babak Bahiri cheering on for New Zealand as they say, come on, Kiwis. 7 to shoot, bullet pass intended for Akbas. Picked up by Joskun. 3 ball, too strong as Plumtree gets the rebound. Defensive rebounds are there for New Zealand. Let's see if they could capitalize on the other end. Plumtree going all the way, sends it into Goodman for the triple.
Right there, that's the first three-pointer to drop for Goodman. The second field goal for him to drop. Let's see if he starts getting hot after that made 3.
Lead has been cut to 9. As Ken Ustun try to go in. Akbas with the pass. Time winding down. Jay is no good as El-Azai pokes around with the ball. And now Ken Ustun looking to drive. And that will put New Zealand over the limit in fouls. Noyan Erkin, an Australian representing Team Türkiye here in this third place game. Thank you for joining us, Noyan. as Oscar Goodman gets that nice stroke and able to get 3 more points on for New Zealand. And there's that foul on Goodman.
Houston has been known for getting to the line as best as he can and does well at the free throw line. In this tournament, 14 for 20 from the charity stripe.
Equals up to 70%. He gets to add 1 more. He is the leading scorer with 11 points. And he makes the second free throw. So he continues to score with ease as he leads Türkiye to a 39-28 game. Dribble drive, Oscar Goodman slams it down. Oh, mercy. That is a poster. That wasn't jelly. That was a jam.
They contact ABC, said they got a highlight reel coming.
Oh, doctor. That hurts some feelings, I'm sure, on Türkiye's side. They try to respond with a corner 3, followed up, bullet pass to Juskun, and it will go to New Zealand. Oscar Goodman, ice cold in shooting until here in the second quarter, and I think a dunk like that will carry some momentum for New Zealand as we're a minute 18 away from the break.
Bit of a spark for Goodman, and then on this other end, Goodman was able to draw this foul you see on the play right there. Kind of quick with the camera, but tried to get around one of the offensive players. They were blocking his path. It's going to be an offensive
one of the driving
foul.
forces. Hayden Jones, and it is a scoring run for New Zealand. They were down in double digits not so long ago, JT. They were down by as much as 15, and now they have cut this to 7 with a minute and 8 to go. Timeout called by Türkiye.
Yeah, we'll get a good listen in here to the officiating. We'll take a quick second away.
Diğer adamlarda cam, dalansın, korkma kardeşim, bir şey yok lan. Buraya geldiğimiz zaman 4'e oynuyoruz, ritmi 4'e oynuyoruz, tamam mı? Kaan sağ taraftan, anlaşıldı mı? Sağlam çık, tamam mı? 4'e oynuyoruz. Hadi bir dakika gayret.
Hadi beyler hadi hepimizdeyiz hadi. 1 2 3. Hadi ya yine sayıyordun. Hadi beyler. Ya oğlum uzunlar geliyor.
This has been the player to watch in the second quarter. Oscar Goodman, who is clicking on all cylinders, trying to give New Zealand their very first medal in U17 competition. And so far, he's been carrying the Tall Blacks on his back. 10 points, 3 of 8 from the field, and 2 rebounds, something that Türkiye has to pay attention to as we approach halftime. 7-point lead, both clubs are over the limit. JT, I think it's safe to say that New Zealand has picked up the momentum tremendously in the last minute and a half of play.
They've actually picked it up very well in the past 5 minutes. Over that time, it's been a 14-6 run for the Tall Blacks. There's the 2 points to kind of cut away from that run. Still, they can have this momentum in the last 50 seconds, cut into this lead even further, and then reevaluate what else they need to do in adjustments when they come back from halftime.
Hunter Taratana checks in the final 50.6 seconds to go. Alden Turkoglu with the and 1. He heads to the line. Other game stats to consider when we go into the third quarter. It is a +5 on the boards for Türkiye. You mentioned how important it is for New Zealand to respond off of those. Second chance for Türkiye. But yes, 23-18, that is the difference in rebounds. And those O boards have been becoming a factor for Türkiye as they lead by 9 now with 49 seconds to go.
Taratana having a short discussion with the officials. Doesn't look like it's getting too much heated or anything like that. They're just trying to discuss that play. There was a player on top of him. They were hoping that it would be an over the back or something. Instead, it was a blocking foul against New Zealand. And it's just how the rules are set up for these FIBA competitions that is a blocking foul.
And it works out well in Türkiye's favor as Kara heads to the line. That was a personal foul on Jameer Reed as both free throws go down. Incidentally, Mete Bajesa has checked in for Kaan Onat to wrap up the first half. Offensive foul as Türkiye continues to hold their ground, and that was right at midcourt. Look at this, it's Cengiz Coşkun hitting the floor. Back-to-back fouls for Jameer Reed. And Ustin throws it in and gets the ball back from Kara. Coşkun denied in the lane. 3 to shoot. Onat flings it away off the front. Followed up by Ken Ustin. He drives right into the left side and able to get the foul. And they will get continuation. The basket counts in the foul. And that all started, JT, as Ken Ustin was wide alone for that rebound, and he took matters into his own hands.
Right now, momentum was in favor of New Zealand. A short burst, last-minute momentum for Türkiye as they've extended this lead back out.
16 points for Ken Ustin as we approach halftime. Gozalo checks in, but now we have a timeout. A 14-point game with 24 seconds to go.
Currently a 7-0 run for Türkiye.
You've got the inbound pass, right, banana cut, get out, right, if these guys are not open, you've got to find Oscar.
Well, I'm cutting through, right?
Yeah, right. Hey, then we've just got to get to it. 3-side action, we should have enough time to go 2-side, and then we attack on that, okay? Boys, we let them into the game. Hey, we let them into the game with our dumb mistakes, right? Let's be better right now, okay? Let's go.
Taking the last shot.
It looks like on the play that they drew up, JT, they have Oscar Goodman as the second option in case the bigs aren't able to get the basket. And they're going to go for one more trip here with 24.4 seconds to go. The shot clock and game clock nearly identical, so it may look like New Zealand will get the final shot here in the half.
They got to be smart with the ball. They got to find this last shot. They cannot give Türkiye another chance with it, but they cannot pass up a good shot.
Goodman met by the double. He's going to head to the line with 6.7 seconds to go. Goodman again with 10 points. Hayden Jones and Lachlan Crate underneath with 8 points to their credit. Goodman 3 of 4 from the line in the first 20 minutes of action. New Zealand 9 of 16 at the line. And Goodman bounces it off the front and it goes out. New Zealand has doubled their score from the first quarter. Goodman splits the pair to make it 46-33. And Goodman checks out. Final shot for Türkiye. Down to 5 on the clock. Double team broken up. That will count if it goes. And it does. As Abu Salim Kara beats the buzzer.
Great job pushing the tempo down the floor well, finding the opening. Looked like they were thinking somebody was behind them. They backed down, gave them space, and they didn't need to do that. Easy two, just to close out the half and a dominating lead for Türkiye, 48-33. Still manageable for New Zealand to come back on. Aaron, what's your thoughts on what they need to change?
Well, so far, if I'm New Zealand, I would have to continue spreading the floor defensively, and you have to be aware of the transition. You remember what we saw in the final play of the first quarter with Elazai beating everybody ahead of the floor. They have to pick up on the speed, and on top of that, they may have to refer to Goodman more, and I would expect a player like Hayden Jones to step up too, one of the bigs for New Zealand, to come around, and they have to execute better on their backdoor passes as well. You can get close to the basket. They're going to the free throw line, but they also have to make those shots as well. Look at the leading scorers right now. Ken Oostrom with 16. Goodman leading New Zealand with a third of their points, 11. And look, Jones isn't far away from Goodman either with 8 points too, JT. So that may be the dynamic duo to consider if you're New Zealand heading into the second half.
Well, it has been a very competitive game right now, taking a look at the best plays from the second quarter. But right now, we're going to go into our halftime break. We'll talk to all of you a little bit more. In the chat, go ahead and post some questions for us. We'd love to get talking with all of you. Also, let us know where you're watching from and who you're supporting. We'll give it a nice shout out.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Right-handed sidestep low. Bounce pass, and now Stokes towing up for takeoff. The burst. 63-136 the score.
Playing at the point, playing handling, making things happen when he needed to.
Hassan Kabri knocks it down. Triple number 9 for Italia. concern. Oh, and Suigo out of nowhere, those long arms finding contact with the ball and just putting it in for two. Once again, picked away. Vanderquit. Finishing for two, and yeah, timeout well and truly required here. It's almost like New Zealand, their worst enemy in this situation here, Lloyd. It's not so much about what the Team USA are doing really well.
Team struggling for points, so you want to get something easy.
Nice cut there from Onat to left and layup in for two.
And there's something easy. Nice backdoor cut from Onat. Doing a really good job of playing against the way the Italians are guarding him.
Trying to reach for that. Onat pushing forward. Zavoglu. Onat one-on-one with Suigo, and Suigo said no. Not around here. You might be at home, but I'm taking that ball away. Tarata is just staying there. I don't know why. He's brought his defender over. Now Stoke rising up. Oh my goodness, Stokes. Lost to Argentina, lost to Turkey, defeated New Zealand. Oh, that's a huge rejection from Garavaglia. Get that out of here. And once again, they slow down the offense.
Make sure that you rebound. That's the most important thing.
Going up against Reed. Oh my goodness. Oh my. AJ DeBranza punishing.
A little takeaway.
Lachlan Gray tries to spin move. His pocket is picked. DeBranza. Oh my goodness. Baptism of fire. AJ DeBranza could very well be the MVP of this tournament, showing us why.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
listen up. James, you've got the ball in the bounce, get the ball to Hayden. Right, and lock in your strong side. As that happens, clear out the other side. Now I want Oscar and Troy to I want to set like a horn set right here. Hayden, find Oscar on the elbow. Right, you get a chance to go to work. Troy, you've now got to set a screen for Hayden on the rim. Right, James, once you throw it in, you've got to get to this corner here. Right, Oscar, I'm going here. If there's nothing on, you're playing 2-game with Lockie. Lockie, you attack. Okay? Hey, green everything, right? Put them in 2 minds. Take care of the ball. Stick together.
Welcome back, everybody, and New Zealand versus Turkey, 48-33. It has been a strong showing from the host country. New Zealand has had moments where they've had a spark, they've had momentum, but Turkey gets it right back. And there was a shove right there by Matthews, and that's going to keep it in possession of Turkey. Aaron, right now they're coming out of this halftime break. New Zealand is the one that needs to make the game change plans. And what do you think we're going to see?
Well, I would see Goodman and Jones go to work. We've seen a lot of good touches from Oscar Goodman and Hayden Jones, especially one of their big men, too. So if that dynamic duo could get things going on, then they could get right back into the ball game. And they have to keep away from the turnovers, too, JT. 3 of their 10 turnovers came from them stepping out of bounds. So they have to be wise at that as the 3 ball goes for Kozagozalu.
Kozagozalu has definitely been making a difference in the play, even though he doesn't have that many on scoring, 7 points. A quick turnover going the other way for Turkey. A 3 almost by Kozagozalu, and that one doesn't drop for him. Ball being tipped around, saved by New Zealand. They don't have numbers, but they're still going to try to push some tempo here. But they have to take care of the ball. Goodman is open at the top, but trying to split the defenders, and that does not work out for Plumtree. Still, he draws a foul. He'll go to the line.
And that play all started with Hayden Jones saving the ball from going out of bounds. And again, if Hayden Jones could get a game going, if he gets his shot going, then that could mean trouble for Turkey's front court. So far, Goodman and Jones combined have 19 of New Zealand's 13 points as the first free throws go down. And on top of that, too, JT, you mentioned how the O boards are very important on New Zealand's side. They have to capitalize on that, too, and get those shots down. 2 free throws for Plumtree.
Yeah, offensive boards. Turkey is leading with those 8-3, as now Turkey has possession of the ball, trying to direct traffic over to the wing. Kata up to Onat at the top. 3 is off the mark, rebounded by Goodman. He'll push the tempo, looking for an opening, trying to thread the needle, but it's going to be off the leg of a defender. Fast break layup blocked from behind by Plumtree. And it looks like Jones is slow to get up after he got thrown off his leg. At least I hope. Let's take a look at the replay here.
A lot of action going on, and the heads-up play from Darren Ken Ooston. Yes.
So he'll take a quick breather. Goodman showing some support, understanding. And
that's
we'll
never good
to
in
play.
those fast situations.
So Turkey with possession. Onat spins his way through the lane, back and forth on the spins, gets it to drop for 2. Plumlee's defense not able to get the stop. Now a chance for New Zealand, but they are down 18. Well defended They're going to say on the line, out of bounds. Going to stay with New Zealand. And they are just trying to work this ball as best as they can. We saw Goodman try to thread the needle earlier on the fast break, didn't work out. And now this one just stumbled at the feet, out of bounds. Luckily, they keep the possession.
Well, the Tall Blacks have had a lot of trouble underneath the basket and trying to finish. And it's because it's a matter of them trying to do a little too much. Sometimes they can't control their speed as they dart right down to the lane. So I feel like if they're able to spread the floor out a little more, get an extra pass in and try to kick out for the open three, that will help them out not only in favor of helping them box out, but on top of that, they could look up and see who could be open, inbound underneath.
Teratana enters the lineup for New Zealand. Take a look at the 5 on the floor. Teratana just entered. Great. As Teratana takes 3 misses. Also Goodman, Plumtree, and Matthews on the other side. Elizai, as well as Hozagozolo, as well as Houston with Kata and Onat. Those are the 5 for each team on the floor. And New Zealand, another play. They didn't get any results on that possession. A chance for Türkiye to expand their lead. Crosses over, tries to get a 3, takes it, and Houston will drop it in for 3 from deep beyond the arc.
Has he been on fire or what in this game? This has to be the second game in a row where I've seen him score back-to-back buckets to start the game and continue in the second half. We have a foul underneath as Goodman tried to take charge.
19 points for Houston. He's 5 for 7, not only from the field, but from the charity stripe. He's got 5 rebounds, just doing work all around.
And New Zealand getting into a lot of trouble with their foul situation. Now they're trying to overcommit and do too much on the offensive end. It was a good look for Goodman, but he used too much of that right elbow to get right inside and finish strong.
I honestly don't believe he saw him coming, but now Houston will lead the traffic. Pass to the inside, Elizai off the glass. Well defended by the Tall Blacks. It was a great opportunity for Türkiye. Pass to the top. Free attempt is going to drop in. And that's number 14, Lachlan Crate, dropping his first 3-pointer of the game. He's 5 for 5 from the field.
And it wouldn't have been possible if Troy Plumtree didn't survey the floor around. There's a reason why he went around to the baseline and found that open kick out to Lachlan Crate.
Yeah, that's one of the struggles I've been seeing with New Zealand that I think might have been one of the adjustments is seeing who's open when you get down in that paint. Too many times they've passed up opportunities as we see Houston take a 3 from the corner, no good. Goodman bringing the ball up the floor. Let's see if they get another opportunity to kind of look around. No, going to take the 2. Crate will go to line for 2.
It's a good idea for Crate to take matters into his own hands. We saw Teratana trying to go off of that backdoor pass, but he was able to back off in the last second as Lachlan Crate went mano-a-mano with Elizai.
Interesting question from the chat. Can Turkey score 35 points in the last 2 quarters? I think they can score more than that, but we'll have to see how they play. New Zealand, they want to step up their defense. They want to cut into the sleeve. That free throw helps cut into it. Now a 17 and now 16-point deficit for the Tall Blacks.
And we've seen New Zealand apply the pressure right in the mid-range and in the paint on the defensive end, and that's why Türkiye hasn't been able to get those clean looks like they had in the first 20 minutes.
Free attempt. Türkiye. No good on the shot. Tried to get a rebound. Turkoglu had his hands on it, but wasn't able to maintain it. Corner 3 for the Tall Blacks. Good! A big 3-pointer by Crate. He is all over the place right now, defensively and offensively with 16 points. He is perfect from the field, 6 for 6. He's 2 for 3 from the line. And now we have a stop in play with a timeout by Türkiye. And we'll take a short break to get a listen in. We'll be right back.
Sar, sar. Değiş. Burada. Şimdi bak. High posta Yavuz buraya geldin. Buraya veremediyse kardeşim Aykut şuraya çık. Al Yavuz'un katı, buradan Atağan'ın katı, Sarp'ın katı. Buna bakalım. Durdurmayın oyunu. Veremediyse kalksın, devam etsin. İki oynuyorsak Sarp oynuyor. Sarp gidiyor, Sarp'a veriyoruz. Anlaşıldı mı? Sarp. Topu aldığın anda silet, köşe, köşe unutma. Şuna oynayalım ya. Tik tik.
Hadi ya. 1-2-3. Türkiye. Başka cezayı kesebilirsin.
Türkiye getting possession of the ball after the big three from the corner by Crate. They'll look to try to expand their lead back out, but the lead's been cut down to 13. Pass to the inside. A mid-range shot's going to be no good. Goodman snatches that rebound as Crate pushes the tempo down the lane. Kick out. Another three attempt. Crate, no good. And that was Taratsana, who is bringing the ball down the middle of the floor. Apologies. But now in a zone defense for New Zealand. Interesting how this is going to play out. Diagonal pass. Taratna defending Houston. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. Stays with the Turkish team.
And we saw New Zealand go from 1-3-1 straight to the 2-3 zone again. And we're seeing players moving around more and forcing Turkey into a tough shot. 3 on the shot clock turnover.
And 2-on-1 opportunity. Matthews able to get it high off the glass and in. And that's a tough shot to make. He is way out beyond that glass. Had to kind of throw it off balance. Still gets it to drop. Moving the ball around the perimeter, drive to the inside. Layup is going to be front of the rim, back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Turkoglu. 2 free throws coming at the line as Taratna commits the foul. That's going to be a second, I believe, yes, second personal foul of the game.
And that is unfortunate because he tried to commit with Turkoglu, and we're seeing New Zealand again closing down right around in the paint. There were 3 tall blacks right in there instead of them spreading out because Turkey was able to get that easy rebound for the second chance as the first free throw was missed by Turkoglu.
Right now it seems like Turkey is struggling to score at all, and there's a perfect example, but a quick putback. Goodman just got too far under it, wasn't able to rebound. Kind of looked like he was looking around seeing if there was a foul with that play, but there wasn't. It was well played on the rebound. Goodman draws the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. New Zealand themselves are over the limit on fouls, but Turkey has chances to foul if they need to.
Plenty of opportunities. How about that heads-up play to get Oscar Goodman off the feet? Oscar Goodman, he heated up a little bit in the second quarter, and again, that's one of the 2 players I expect to come alive here for New Zealand. First free throw was missed, and despite the deficit they have right now, JT, New Zealand has the advantage in the third quarter as that free throw goes down. They're now leading the scoring in the third quarter, 13-10.
Right now, a 12-point lead for Turkey, and they are really trying to maintain this lead, but they don't have to put a whole lot of effort into it. They just need to keep playing strong like they have been. They've been boxing out. They've been getting rebounds. They have been getting the fast break scores. The 3 attempt is going to be front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kiss. Fast break opportunity for the Tall Blacks. Diagonal pass to Crate. He'll drive in, and nothing resulting in it. Ball is loose as Crate gets it. They're going to say out of bounds. I believe that's what they're saying. Want to double check. Not questioning the call, more trying to understand where that was. And here on the replay, we'll get a good look at that. And yeah, I think he actually had a foot out of bounds when he touched the ball. Goes the other way for Türkiye.
And if that is the case, that is the 4th turnover we have seen from New Zealand, where the out-of-bounds line has been bothersome for them.
Akbas passes the ball around. It's in the corner, back up to the wing. 3 attempt by Joskun is no good. Rebounded and ends up in the possession of New Zealand. Give credit to Kiss for saving it from going out of bounds. Kiss, kick to the inside, pump fake, up for 2, and what opportunity! He'll go to the line.
And again, it's those extra passes and looking up to see where everybody is at is paying off for New Zealand, as Troy Plumtree was able to get the nice fake. It's one of the easier moves in basketball. You get the fake first, you get your defender off the feet, you absorb the contact, and you fling it right in. And now Plumtree trying to complete the three-point play.
And he will not complete it. Try to get a rebound, and they'll let play continue after all of that contact. Akbas up to not with possession now. Akbas in the wing, 3, good. So good ball movement, rotating it around, and that's some of the simplest things you can do against the zone defense is make them run. Just simply pass the ball around, make them run. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul against Plumtree, as Joskun will go to the line to shoot 2.
And we have seen a handful of these aggression fouls after turnovers in this game, Justin. And Plumtree, he was a little bit frustrated off of that, and it looks like Joskun was on his way to the basket. But again, we see New Zealand get plenty of these opportunities, and on the defensive end, they cluster. When they move the ball around, when Turkey moves the ball around, that forces your defense to cluster and to overcommit. And that gives you that weak side defense that Turkey has been looking for and those clean open looks.
Taking a second to get things figured out. It looked like they were having a quick discussion in the middle of the floor, the officials, and they were trying to get everything sorted out for this game. Now Joskun will go to the line for his 2. First free throw is good. Before that free throw, 1 for 3 from the line, now 2 for 4. Looking to make it 3 for 5, and he does. So possession will remain with Türkiye. Side inbound for Akbas. Not. Joskun passes to the inside, ball tipped loose. Joskun ends up with possession, splits the defenders down the lane, up for 2. Blocking foul is called, and Joskun will shoot another 2 free throws.
And Joskun in this game, Justin, has been a workhorse for Türkiye. He may not get a lot of points down there, but he's able to move around the floor fluently, and he picked up the loose ball and was able to drive it right inside. He was the only player from Türkiye to do that, as he saw 3 black shirts right into the paint, and he just took opportunity in his own hands as he gets the first free throw down.
Joskun up and good. 2 for 2 at the line. That makes 4 in a row during that possession, because it started off with an unsportsmanlike foul and then moved on to another 2 free throws on a shot. Kiss tries to split the defender, goes up for 2, rattles around, in and out, rebounded by Serbest. Pushing, layup off the glass, no good. All Blacks looking to get 2 points on this fast break. Almost goes out of bounds, but saved by Crate. To the corner, baseline drive, up off the glass, no good. Ball being tipped all around, rebounded by the All Blacks. Kiss trying to fight for possession, pass out to Crate. 6 seconds on the shot clock, got to get a shot up quick. Drive off the defender, puts up a shot off the ground, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. I think he was looking to try to draw some type of foul. Great job by the officials not to give him a foul for trying to shove in there into the lane. Well defended by Akbas.
And that was hard for Plumtree to maintain its balance as he was slashing away from the key. He did not have enough power and balance to get right back up as he was driving right inside. So that forces a turnover for New Zealand. Türkiye on the move.
Diagonal pass. Joskin steps back and thought about a shot, gonna pass off. And Joskin does take the three, rattles it in for three, and the lead is extended back up to a 20-point lead for Türkiye. A quick three response from New Zealand doesn't drop, but an offensive rebound. This is what New Zealand has needed, is offensive rebounds to try to be able to limit the number of fast breaks that Türkiye has. But right now, the results aren't showing, as it is a 20-point deficit for the Tall Blacks.
And we mentioned it, the O boards are very important heading into the second half because New Zealand has had a tough time boxing out and getting those rebounds, but they're slowly but surely getting into that element as the first free throw goes down. But again, the rebounds, a +6 on Türkiye's side, 36-30.
2 for 2 at the line for Hayden Jones. He has 10 points in this game. That's the third player for New Zealand to reach double digits on scoring. Now, technically, it's the fourth player to get double digits, period, as Jackson Kiss does have 10 rebounds. Only has 1 point, and that came off of a free throw, but he has been doing a great job on the boards.
Quick layup underneath, and that's right. Jackson Kiss, again, one of those big men for New Zealand that has to step up, especially down in the boards. Martin.
And I actually like that play right there, a little handoff to Goodman as he was cutting in. Two defenders was guarding the drive, but they did a good job of shifting over. You see number 15, Turkoglu, he was defending, slid over real quick, defended Goodman, but a foul was called. Goodman goes to the line, misses the first free throw. After that free throw, he is 5 for 9. And that'll make it 6 for 10 from the charity stripe on the day for Goodman.
You mentioned this at the top of the broadcast. 3 of the final 4 teams are in Group C. And it goes to show there's a bright future ahead of the U17 programs, and Türkiye with a possible chance of going back to the podium. New Zealand's first chance to go to the podium. Just relentless basketball from Group C here in the entire tournament.
Yeah, it has been extremely competitive. The only thing that has kept all 3 teams from medaling is the fact that United States was able to get into the finals. Corner 3 is off the mark. And this United States team, They have just astounding talent, but that doesn't mean that there's not a chance for a Group C team to go ahead and win it. Italy is in the finals, as right now these 2 teams are facing off. Spin move underneath, diving for the loose ball, and the Tall Blacks end up with possession. And a pass underneath. Big slam away by Goodman. Nobody there to defend him. Maybe that'll give a spark here late for the Tall Blacks, but it's a tall order to fill. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the game, and you got to make up a 17-point deficit. A 3 by Onat, and he's not going to make it easy for them to come back. That's going to be the end of the quarter. 73-53. Aaron, what are your thoughts so far on this matchup?
Well, so far we saw Türkiye dominate in the first half, but now we saw New Zealand get right back into it. Yes, it's a 20-point game, but they were able to hold their own in the first few minutes, especially with Goodman coming alive, Lachlan Crate shooting from three-point land, in and out, and Plumtree, one of the underrated players for the Tall Blacks, getting into their elements. New Zealand's doing well. They're spacing out more, but Türkiye so far has been dominating with some crisp passes and dominating right inside the mid-range.
They have had moments where they had cut into the lead and narrowed it down, but then it's right back out to another 20-point lead here. Somebody in the chat, Mr. Sun, proud of the Kiwis no matter what happens now. They still have a chance to try to get a comeback in this game. It is a very tall order for 10 minutes of play, but still, both of these teams, a very impressive resume for this World Cup.
And no matter what happens, historic performances for Türkiye and New Zealand. Their first time going for a medal in the U17 World Cup.
We're going to take a very short break, and we'll be right back with more FIBA action. And actually, just as soon as I say that, we are back. But there on your screen, scan the QR code for Courtside 1891 stream schedules and scores, a bunch of other information. They post content as well. It's worth looking into. They have a bunch of great content related to FIBA and other international play. Go ahead and check it out. You can download it in your app store. Oh, not almost traveled, but able to keep that pivot foot as we return to play, in a quick foul as Matthews is the one who commits the foul.
This is a revenge game for Türkiye, as indicated by Babak Bagiri. New Zealand beat them by 20 in the group opener, and now Türkiye leading by 20 as we're underway in the fourth quarter. And Eren Ken Üstün, Türkiye's leading scorer, back into the game right now. We didn't see much of a performance from him in the third quarter. Maybe he could close it out to give Türkiye their second medal in U17 play.
Üstün at the top of the key, going to drive down the middle, up for a layup, no good. Going to be rebounded by the Tall Blacks. Number 13, Hayden Jones gets the rebound. Goodman will push to the lane with the Euro step. Nothing doing there as it's rebounded by Türkiye. Setting up the screen, a bit of a pick and roll, not going to use it, instead takes it himself down the lane. Türkalo for 2. That's 6 points for Türkalo. He's 3 for 3 from the field.
And New Zealand stalling underneath the paint, expecting somebody to meet them, and nobody was there to respond.
Goodman's 3 is going to be short. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay with the Tall Blacks. If you're enjoying the broadcast, make sure to leave a like. We're trying to get to 300 thumbs up. We're at 184 right now. Could use your support to get to 300. We have over 1,200 viewers on YouTube. Also over on FIBA's Twitch, there are 56 viewers. Thank you for joining on there as well. Oh. Big finish at the rim. Jackson kicks.
And I mentioned earlier in the third quarter, second chance opportunities is where New Zealand need to shine, and that pass off the inbounds really pays off. Sealed with a kiss.
I love it. Pass to the inside on the mid-range is no good for Kata. On the court, Matthews, Martin, Kiss, Goodman, and Jones for the Tall Blacks. Diagonal pass to the corner is going to be mishandled, and they're going to slow things down. The 5 on the floor for Türkiye is Coşkun, Kozagozalo, as well as Üstün, Türkalo, and Kara.
New Zealand making some changes right now. 3 ball.
A fast break opportunity here. Coşkun will slow it down, though, will not take the fast break. They just need to be a bit of a clock killer right now, because as comfortable as a 20-point lead is, anything can happen if you are playing fast and loose and give New Zealand opportunities. Goodman weaving through the defense from coast to coast. Layup for 2 and 1 opportunity. Goodman will look to make it a 3-point play.
And do you want to know why New Zealand was able to get that break on the other end? It's because they're becoming more active on the defensive end. Yes, they were set in a trap, but they got their hands up as the ball was in midair. And Goodman finishes on the other end. A chance for a 3-point play.
We have a viewer stating that they are from Australia, but they are supporting Türkiye.
That's right, Noyan Erkin joining the broadcast as it is a under 20-point game for Türkiye right now. But again, I'm impressed at how New Zealand has been able to change things around during the break. And I feel like they've had the edge in the second half as Goodman completes the free throw.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It has been really kind of competitive in the narrow side of this. Overall, this is a big separation. 17-point game. A quick mention about later on today, the United States will be facing Italy for gold and that nice trophy that we've seen. One thing I love about that trophy is part of the design is inspiration from the term diamond in the rough.
We have to work hard for the championship. I like it.
A three from the corner, knocked in, no problem. And that was number 10, Joskin. He has 16 points on the game. A fading two will not go in, but Crate will have an opportunity to put 2 points on the board.
And yes, there was one time where Crate was on fire in the third quarter, dishing out on those corner threes. And at one point, he went 5 for 5 on his first few shots. 16 points. He may be the catalyst for New Zealand to cut this lead, much as he misses the first.
Now, one of the interesting topics that gets discussed about FIBA World Cups, no matter which level you're at, is the difference in rules from what a lot of people do know. The rules here are different from NBA, from college basketball in the States, even different from those rules in European leagues and other leagues around the world. A couple examples can be the goaltending rule, where hitting it off the rim is not goaltending. Another one that I absolutely love is you get an assist if a free throw is made, and you're the one that passed it to them before that foul was committed.
I like that rule. We have a timeout on the floor with 6:46 to go. Türkiye up by 19 so far, JT.
It is a very impressive game for the host country. It'll be a good note for them to finish on top. With how much time is remaining, it can almost be safely assumed that they will take home bronze. But a lot can happen in the matter of just 2 minutes, let alone 6.5.
That's right, and remember, Türkiye had some games where they had to come back from deep deficits. They did that against Italy back on June 30th, and they have persevered ever since. And we've seen in this U17 World Cup, Justin, a lot of teams come back from big-time deficits. Take Italy, take Argentina, for example. They were down by as much as 10 in their group opener against Italy, and they bounced back by 4. So you're right, anything can happen. The edge is with New Zealand here in the second half, but the story has been that Türkiye have been clicking on all cylinders since the opening tap, and players like Darren Ken Ustun has been responsible for that as we are approaching the 6:46 mark here in regulation.
That game was a great example of comebacks. Another one that I enjoyed, which I was on the call for, was Spain versus Lithuania. 19-point deficit for Spain, and they came back and won by 5. We return to play, 19-point deficit for the Tall Blacks as they have possession of the ball. A drive to the basket, hesitation, goes up for 2, and Jones will not drop it in, but he will go to line for 2 free throws.
New Zealand currently shooting 62.5% from the line. And if you think about it, if you add those 13 points to the misses, they would be down by 7 right now. So again, they're getting those opportunities to squeak right back into the ball game, but they haven't been getting the job done when they go to the charity stripe.
As Jones takes his free throw shot, does make the first one. There are some interesting people that have attended this game today. One of those is Sheikh Saud Ali Al Thani. He is the president of FIBA, and it's a pleasure to have him here to observe this matchup. And big supporter of FIBA basketball. As you know, he runs the show at the head office, but it's always great to see these people come out and support what they have created.
And that's right. He's seeing the future of basketball right before his very eyes. 3 ball.
Love that quick call of the free ball, and it was a good one by Kosovo. A spin to the paint, another one. Hand off to Goodman. He gets a nice post move, a little hop step to get under the basket and up and in for 2 points.
And I'll say this, if Goodman isn't recognized as one of the all-stars in the U17 World Cup this year, that may be a little bit debatable because he's been doing it all for the Tall Blacks since this tournament began a week and a day ago.
Corner 3 attempt is going to be on the front side of the rim, no good. Chance to cut into the lead, pass to the corner, drive to the basket. A foul is going to be called on the floor, but that still may be free throws, as I believe Türkiye is over the limit.
And they are over the limit. And look at New Zealand, plenty of fouls to give. With that first free throw going down. And again, Lachlan Crate has been one of the X factors for New Zealand since the start. He was flawless off of his first 5 shots, and he continues to pile on the points with the free throws. 17 points to his credit. So you have to think that his first 9 to 10 points, they were off of good makes, not misses at all.
Directing traffic, taking their time. Quick 3, drops in, no problem there for Houston. He has 27 points, 6 for 10 from beyond the arc.
And a player that averages nearly 11 points, he now has 24.
And actually, just an update real quick, 27 points because of that three-pointer. But still, just shy of 30. Trying to fight for that ball, and it's a jump ball. Possession does go to New Zealand. Jones will inbound. 5:07 remaining in this matchup. Goodman thought about the 3. And not sure exactly what happened there, possibly lost it. But they're going to call a foul on the play. Waiting to see exactly all that took place.
And that's going to be on Ken Ustu, Justin. So free throws coming up for New Zealand once again.
Yeah, it will be against Houston. I was wondering because they did say 13. Well, it was either Houston or Jones. But unfortunately, the ball that came out of Jones' hands did hit an opposing player. But good to see that it didn't really damage them. They were okay. They didn't end up grabbing their face or anything like that. And now the second free throw. Jones. A technical foul actually was called against the bench of Türkiye. So that was actually the first free throw of the fouls, and there was the second. So 3 free throws, 3 for 3 at the line for Hayden Jones. Look to the wing, pass to the top. Houston receives a screen. Defender able to get over at 5 seconds, counting away. And Houston drops in a 3, extending the lead out for Türkiye.
Whether in pressure or wide open, Ken Ustu has been making it rain here in this bronze medal game.
So no score on that possession for the Tall Blacks. As Houston will direct traffic to get a play going. Drive down the middle, kick to the corner. Well defended by Kiss with a block, but stays in possession of Türkiye. Another block by Kiss. Will he get a third one? No, instead he will commit the foul. And slow to get up. I believe that is Houston. No, that is actually going to be number 16. Imran best. Actually, another look at it. Apologies. The replay we saw was from an earlier play. Josquin is slow to get up, but he is on his feet. They will go ahead and sub him out just to make sure that everything's okay.
He took a hit, but unfortunately when it comes to those broken plays, you don't know how to control the tempo. And seeing Türkiye play in this tournament, Justin, they're known for taking opportunities on those broken plays. Remember, a broken play like that won them the game over Spain in the quarterfinals.
A question in the chat, a question that I think the answer is obvious to, but should we watch the finals or is it no point? Just because the United States has played so well in this World Cup does not mean that they are going to take the gold home easily. I'm expecting a really good game there. It could go really either way. We'll just have to wait and find out.
And Italy's a good shooting team too. 4th best in the U17 tournament. 3 balls from the wing off the mark.
And tempers are flaring.
Oh, look out. Look out. Man. Let's take it easy now. Under 4 to go. I like the passion, and I like how these two clubs are fighting for the ball, but they have to be careful and they have to make sure order is restored in the final few minutes of this game. Yes, a medal is on the line, but at the same time, you have to think about finishing strong, whether if you're up by 20 or down by 20, and we have a nice hand from the Sanam Erdem Dome.
So I'm expecting some type of response from the officials teams beyond just the foul. We'll see if that's exactly what they do or if it's just going to be warnings applied there. Exactly what needed to happen. A quick handshake between two players. Not exactly the two players who had the interaction, but Justolo did shake hands with Hayden Jones.
So those were offsetting fouls, Justin. Jackson Kiss with a foul and Ken Uston with a foul apiece.
They both received technical fouls. And in FIBA, there are no free throws given for offsetting. The ball on the inside, and Crate reaches out for a layup, able to add on to his total, now 21 points in this game. A reattempt, drops in. Uston is celebrating his teammate's big 3 there. Mert Kozogozula.
Well, it's a 3-party here in Türkiye as the shots from downtown continue to pile up. A 23-point game with exactly 3 minutes to go. And there is an unsportsmanlike foul called on Plumtree.
And that free throw does drop in. The second free throw will be on the way. Serbest settles. And 2 for 2 during the visit to the line. Something that the fans at home can do to get a little bit more involved with FIBA basketball is by joining the YouTube membership program for FIBA. Aaron, there's some great benefits available if they can just click the black join button on their screen. They can find out more. You were mentioning one of your favorite things was the exclusive Q&As with FIBA experts.
Oh, that's right, because there's a lot of people that may be tuning into FIBA competition for the first time, and they want to know how the rules work. As you mentioned, the rules about either goaltending or the offsetting fouls earlier, they could just know a whole lot more from those experts, along with member-only posts and polls. Fast break.
A rebound for number 12, Oscar Goodman. as he's pushing the tempo, trying to split defenders. Do they count it? Yes! In the act of shooting, and one opportunity for Oscar Goodman.
And Goodman knows the situation right here. Yes, you're down by more than 20 points and you have to finish strong, and he did just that. He'll take any shot he can, and it's safe to say he has done that in this third place game so far. He has a total of 22 points, first free throw misses on double-double watch 2, JT, 2 rebounds away from that stat.
Yeah, and although he was struggling earlier on in the first quarter, he started getting a little bit calmed down, starting taking good shots, was able to make a difference in this game, but that was making a difference for his team. Still, they're trailing by 23, a timeout on the floor. If you're enjoying the broadcast, make sure to leave a like. Complete. They'll still continue to play through, but it's going to be more likely a victory for the host country.
And it's a strong finish for New Zealand, too, because remember, they never made it this far in U17 play before. And even though they'll end up in 4th place, it has been a remarkable journey for the Tall Blacks. Türkiye on the other end, less than 2 minutes away from their second trip to the podium, and they've been led by Duran Ken Houston most of the way. Own that.
What a shot off the glass. Don't know if it counts, though, because you got to call it, right?
You got it. Bank is called. And another 3-ball, Oscar Goodman. Goodman good as gold on that one.
Goodman now 25 points in this game. He has been a top competitor not only in this game, but in the World Cup this year.
In the chat, Babak McGeary saying he thinks it's garbage time, and he's coming from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, not far away from my neck of the woods. But again, Justin, a big dose of credit to both of these clubs. It's fitting that the two teams that started group play ended up at the podium as that drive-in layup goes down.
Yeah, I agree. The fact that there are 3 teams in the Final Four of this, and 2 of them are guaranteed to medal, has been impressive thus far. It says a lot about all 4 of the teams, including Argentina, which they did their best to be competitive. They did get a win over Italy in the group stage, but they ended up in classification pretty early. Still, a very tough, competitive group. United States being the 4th team in that Final Four.
That's right. And one more thing about New Zealand. Look where they were ranked before the start of this tournament. 27th in the FIBA World Rankings. And I think a performance like this will get them higher, and there's nowhere else to go but up. So you have to think about what the next U17 team can provide for the Tall Blacks in 2026. And there may be a big chance that a handful of these players they could be seen in the U19 World Cup, as we mentioned earlier into this broadcast.
Yeah, taking a look at the power rankings for this New Zealand team. In Volume 2, they were at number 8, but before that, before this whole event started, they were 13th of 16 teams. So they were so low on there, I don't think anybody expected them to be here and earning 4th place in this World Cup.
There's nothing to hang their heads down about. They did a good job. Oscar Goodman, of course, being the catalyst of this team, came in averaging the 10th best points per game. He ends his day with 25 points, 8 rebounds, as Kano Nat pretty much puts the capper on this one, 101-78. And Kano Nat, again, another one of those players that deserves all-star honors as we approach the final few seconds of this game. 3 ball.
And a quick shout out to George Sinkioko, who has just signed up for the YouTube membership at the rookie level. We hope you enjoy those benefits. And if you'd like to be just like them and earn your own benefits, click the join button below. 99 cents a month starting, but 10 seconds remaining. This is going to be the end of this bronze medal matchup. Türkiye, the host country, and all those fans standing up applauding their team, as now it is official. Bronze for the host country. And you see the excitement from Anat going towards teammate Joskin. They both are very excited. Both of them 16 points scored apiece. Onat almost had a double-double, 8 rebounds, was too short of that. And other top performers for Türkiye, the number 1 performer, Darren Ooston, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, put up spectacular numbers. On the other side, New Zealand, they had their own top performer, starting with Oscar Goodman, worthy of an all-star listing. 25 points. He was 7 for 12 from the charity stripe, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. And we ask that you please stick around. We will have the medal ceremony in just a moment. Well, that's going to do it for this matchup. It has been a great matchup between these two teams. Türkiye medaling at bronze. There will be a medaling ceremony after the finals between United States and Italy. That'll be coming up shortly. Make sure you stick around. Before we go, Pickle Bill Gaming, welcome to the membership for FIBA on YouTube. You can also join as well. Click the join button to find out more, starting at 99 cents a piece. It's been a very competitive game, But that's going to do it. I'm Justin Taylor along with Aaron Sanders. We thank you for joining us and have a great rest of your day.